We like to believe evil comes from monsters, from broken minds, from people who are different from us. But what if that belief is wrong? What if evil doesn't require hatred, only obedience? One psychological experiment forced the world to confront an uncomfortable truth. Evil doesn't always look evil. Sometimes it looks ordinary. The comfortable myth of evil. For centuries, we explained evil as something rare, something external. We told ourselves, I would never do that. Only bad people are capable of evil. This belief feels safe because it separates us from them. But psychology does not care about comfort. It cares about behavior. And behavior tells a darker story. The question that shook psychology. In the early 1960s, the world was still trying to understand the horrors of the Holocaust. A question haunted psychologists. How could ordinary people commit extraordinary cruelty? Was it ideology, hatred, or something far more unsettling? A young psychologist named Stanley Milgram decided to test it. Not in theory, but in real behavior. Inside the Milgram experiment, participants were told they were helping with a study on learning and memory. Their task seemed simple. When the learner made a mistake, they were instructed to deliver an electric shock. Each shock was stronger than the last. At first, the voltage was mild, then painful, then dangerous. The learner screamed, begged, eventually went silent. Many participants hesitated. They protested. They were visibly shaken. But each time they tried to stop, a calm authority figure replied, "Please continue. The experiment requires that you continue." And most did. Not monsters, not sadists. These were not violent criminals. They were teachers, clerks, parents, ordinary people who believed they were doing the right thing. Over 60% of participants delivered what they believed were lethal shocks. Not because they enjoyed it, not because they were cruel, but because authority refrained the act. Responsibility was no longer theirs. I'm just following instructions. In that moment, morality did not disappear. It was postponed. The banality of evil. Philosopher Hannah Arendt described this phenomenon as the banality of evil. Evil does not always come from hatred or rage. Sometimes it comes from routine, from structure, from obedience without reflection. The Milgram experiment revealed something terrifying. Under the right conditions, normal people can commit harmful acts, not despite being human, but because they are human. Why this experiment still matters? The experiment was controversial. It caused distress. It raised ethical questions. But its impact was undeniable. It forced society to reconsider where evil comes from. Not from monsters, not from madness, but from systems that reward obedience and silence doubt. The danger is not that people want to do harm. The danger is how easily harm can feel justified. Evil does not announce itself. It often arrives politely, calmly, with a reason. The Milgram experiment did not show us what monsters do. It showed us what people do. And the question it leaves us with is unsettling. If you were there, would you have stopped? This is the Psychology Code.